I want to talk a little bit about culture of Richter and why we're different. We've been building Richter for 16 years, and a big part of what we built in is core values and culture and what we call Richter Standard. And so with Richter Standard, we have our own quality control for how a product needs to look. And it comes up a lot where a company has internal talent, or they have contractors, or they have whatever. The problem with that is that you don't have the same culture. Sometimes you don't have the quality control. You don't have the consistency. And with Richter, we've named out what we call Richter Standard across every single product we do, whether we're doing a video or a deck, copywriting, audio, voiceover, any one of those things. We have an exact way that we do it. And we have something that we would call Richter Standard as the outcome. So Richter Standard would guide the quality control for how a product from Richter needs to look and feel overall. And regardless of how happy the customer is, we have our own standard. And you get that with every single thing that we do. We survey every single customer after every single project to make sure that there's no errors, there's nothing that needs to get fixed. And there's two promises we have internally that any Richter person can tell you. One is stellar products, and two is a world-class customer experience. And that's across every single division and every single thing that we do. So you really experience that when you work with Richter, and we've gotten consistent feedback that we are so easy to work with. We nail the timelines. We just get it done. And we've had many customers over the years where they've gone to different areas or work with different company to go and, try something. And then they come back and say, oh, geez, that didn't work. So we take great pride in the culture. We take great pride in our core values and who we are and what we do. Like I said earlier, we know the lane that we stay in, and we just live and breathe it every day, and we make sure that the customers experience it, the customer feels it, and that's our own way of making what we do as sticky as possible. So for me personally, this mission is very personal to me. I've been relentless to build the greatest company possible, and I'm a business junkie. I've read 800 plus business books. I grew up around a business with my dad and talking business all the time, and for me, with Richter, we really wanted to be the greatest company helping B2B companies do what they do. And, in my view, the companies that we deal with are the companies that make the world turn. They're some of the biggest and most important companies in the world, and they actually are economic drivers. And we've always been obsessed with using aesthetics and communication to move people and to help those companies do what they do, because those companies employ thousands and thousands of people. And our job is to be a catalyst to help support those companies do what they do, which improves and supports the economy as a whole. And for me, I've had a great passion with advertising. I've had a great passion with ads and logos and everything about brands and everything about sales and marketing over the years. And so we take our talent and our knowledge and insight and deploy that towards these companies to be a catalyst and grease the lines and make it easier for them to do what they do. And that means coming up with ideas and strategies and things that make their life easier. And by helping them grow, we grow, obviously. And we learn from them as well. We learn from the largest companies in the world, and we're always working to become the greatest company, period. The greatest possible company that we can be. And that's really why we do what we do. Everybody here has great pride in Richter and cares about our clients and our brand. And we have our own core values. We have our own brand guidelines, and we have things we stick to internally. And we've built a team of the most passionate, driven people possible. So related to Richter's future, we're really focused on just honing in on the quadrants and making those the greatest they can be, hiring the best talent, having our own creative directors and art directors and everybody that you could possibly need to ensure that we can come up with the ideas, we can come up with the strategies, we can come up with the campaigns, and we can really be a part of your team, actually, and be on your org chart with the most talent and best suited people to solve the very specific problems associated with those areas. And we carry our own weight. We bring a lot to the table. And these days we're working with 56 Fortune 500 companies. We're playing a role on their team, and really we're an extension of their team. And as we grow, the more we do, the more we can do, and the more companies we speak to, the better ideas we come up with. So the future is really just improving on what we're doing, becoming a bigger version of ourselves, building our team out so we can support you better, and at the same time, we're open to suggestions. If you have any questions or challenges or problems that you're dealing with, lay it on us. We'll dive in, we'll deploy everybody, and we'll make sure that we're innovating all the time.